How's it going, guys? So some news has trickled out, and it looks like our defensive pass game coordinator slash defensive backs coach in Jerry Gray is being recruited by the Atlanta Falcons and potentially the Chicago Bears. Jerry Gray currently has an interview with the Atlanta Falcons this week for potentially their defensive coordinator position, and the Bears have requested to interview Jerry Gray for an undisclosed defensive position. So I'm not sure what that completely entails, and the Green Bay Packers, because of how the rules are, they don't have to approve this request by the Bears unless he is going for a higher position. As of right now, he is second in command behind Joe Barry, and you could pretty much call him the assistant defensive coordinator. Now, for you guys who don't possibly know who Jerry Gray is, Jerry Gray was brought in the 2020 season as a defensive backs coordinator before being promoted to defensive backs slash passing game coordinator the following year in 2021. Jerry Gray has been a welcomed addition to the Green Bay Packers defensive coaching team and has actually been a very good defensive backs coach for us and has been a main contributor to the development in Jaire Alexander. And some more on Jerry Gray besides coaching Jaire Alexander to being one of the top superstar corners in the league. He also was a reason behind potentially how Rasul Douglas became such a stud in 2021 when we signed him from the Arizona Cardinals, who seemed to be pretty much a flyer and had one of his career years with us. 2021, he had 2 interceptions returned for a touchdown, which tied 4th most in the season in team history. And also between weeks 8 and 17, when he came onto the scene, Douglas was tied for number 1 in the NFL with 5 interceptions and led the NFL with 105 yards on interception returns. So he was a very big factor in probably what helped unlock Rasul Douglas last year. So moving on past further of who Jerry Gray is outside of the Green Bay Packers organization, he has had 25 seasons of NFL coaching experience, including 8 seasons as a defensive coordinator at Buffalo between 01 and 05, and Tennessee in 2011 through 2013. In his 23 NFL seasons as a defensive coordinator or a defensive backs coach, he has helped defenses to a top 10 league ranking in scoring defense 10 times, in total defense 11 times, and passing defense 12 times. He's worked with defensive backs who have combined for 13 Pro Bowl selections in his 15 seasons coaching the position, with at least one of his players earning a Pro Bowl honors in 9 of those seasons. And before the Packers, we did steal him from the Minnesota Vikings, where he served as their defensive backs coach from the years of 2014 to 2019. And he helped the Vikings rank in the top 10 in the NFL in scoring defense in 5 straight seasons for 2015 to 2019. In his time at Buffalo as a defensive coordinator, he helped the Bills rank number 2 in the league in overall defense in back-to-back seasons from 2003 to 2004. So he has quite the resume. So I could see why he's going to potentially get another chance at being a defensive coordinator. I kind of wish that at the least he might have been our defensive coordinator over Joe Barry, because Joe Barry still frustrates the living heck out of me. But it sounds like there might be a high chance we lose him, especially with his success with not just us as a passing game coordinator or defensive backs coach, but also his success before us with the Minnesota Vikings for those 5 straight years. So it's interesting what potentially could happen. I know the Falcons also did interview a few other defensive coordinators, including Vic Fangio. So I'm not sure if they're entirely going to go with Jerry Gray or who they're looking exactly on their side. But the Bears one's a little bit intriguing because they're going to their rival and we're like, can we interview one of your guys or don't worry about it? A little weird. We'll see if the Packers decide to approve this request or deny it. The Packers have denied previous requests before in where the Bears tried to interview some of our coordinators. So this isn't the first time that's happened, but it's interesting how they're approaching it. But I just wanted to give a little update of what's currently going on with the Green Bay Packers organization, especially with one of their coaches who is actually a pretty good coordinator for us. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.